Hello everyone, Violet here, and happy full moon. I hope that you are doing well. We have a full moon coming up on December 26th, and we're going to do a collective reading on this full moon. So when this video comes out, I am actually going to be out of town. So if I'm able to pack these two oracle decks, which is what we're going to use for this reading, then I will have this reading available during my trip. Basically, I'm gone Christmas to New Year's. I'm going to have this available on Ko-fi, so if you want to get a reading specifically for yourself using these cards, and I will email you the images and the description and my thoughts and all of that, any intuitive messages that come through, then you can pick it up on the Ko-fi shop. So do check that out if you are interested. So the December full moon is called the cold moon. And I was looking astrologically that this is in Cancer. We've got our water, Healing with Water Oracle. And it's in Cancer tropical, but it's also in Gemini under Vedic astrology or Sidereal. So I was coming up with this idea of melting the cold moon with the warmth of love beneath. And we're going to have, at the very bottom, a Rose Oracle deck, which will be our prize as we get to the end. And then we're going to have a beautiful healing sphere of these cards to represent the cold moon. We're going to have 7 of them, 1 for each chakra. So I'm going to connect in with the collective energy. So this will be for everyone, for the collective, for humanity at this time. And yeah, let's see what we get. All right, so we have our spread. This is our cold moon. And let's begin to go beneath the layers. And there was a card that came up. It just sort of like came out while I was doing it. I don't know if I'll see it exactly, but it was beneath the surface. So I was thinking about like, this is intended to shine some of that full moon light in some areas that maybe were hidden beneath the surface, especially emotionally, thinking about this element of water with this deck. And yeah, we're gonna uncover the layers and look at healing. And I actually want to start, I think I want to go top down. I want to start with the crown chakra and end with the root chakra. This is where I started. So I did it clockwise, but we're gonna go counterclockwise here because I feel like there will be a sense of release and almost like a sense of like cleansing, like a shower, like top to bottom. And then we'll see what our Rose Oracle is underneath. So there we go, beneath the surface again. All right, so our first card connects to the crown chakra. So let's see what our message is. Oh my gosh, we have the waterfall. I feel like this is such confirmation for doing it this direction, like top down. It says inner power, unbridled confidence, claiming your place. So our crown chakra is like our connection to spirit. It's like our almost like a light channel, right? And this idea of confidence, it makes me feel like, and claiming our space. It feels like claiming your power spiritually and knowing like you are meant to connect. You are worthy of that connection. And this waterfall, it feels to me like it's in the releasing of blockages that we get the messages flowing in and flowing down. Let me read to you what our message is for this card. The waterfall. The waterfall is a place of power, incredible force, and activation. So think about your crown chakra while we read this message. The previously calm, embracing waters of the running river gather momentum and then hurl themselves wholeheartedly toward their destiny. With wild abandon and great confidence, They leap into the unknown. Perhaps this explains why being near a waterfall is such an empowering experience. We feel the pounding energy of the waters deep within us. This card is all about embracing the power within, stepping forth and claiming your place. You've been doing this, or you've been working for this a very long time. You've done the time. How can you embrace this moment and take your position as a leader in your life? The waterfall beckons you forth toward your empowerment, to consider what you do. If you truly felt empowered, it encourages you to step more fully into your confidence, to receive the pounding thunder of falling water as your encouragement and your applause. So I'm also getting this sense of alignment, like in answering your spiritual calling, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be like changing other parts of your life in that like you're, it could mean this way, but what I'm trying to say is that like your spiritual calling doesn't have to be like, oh, now I'm going to drop everything and become like a spiritual teacher or, whatever it might be, whatever comes to mind for you. But rather it could be that, this claiming the power of your spirituality is aligning everything you do with it. Like, let's let our crown chakra align us in everything that we do in life, our spiritual connection, and see how we're called and see where we go with that. That was just something that came forth with this. Okay, let's look at our next card. So this is for your third eye. So we have gentle force. Wait, doesn't this look like an eye? That's not what the image is. This just looks like an eye to me. Okay. Consistency, persistence, patience, the long game, gentle force. What I want to say is like, in the act of opening your eye, it is a very gentle motion, that eye opening. Like, think of your physical eyes and maybe just like take a moment, like open them. It's very gentle, it's very soft, it almost feels like the fluttering of a petal. But what a difference it makes. What a soft but powerful motion to open your eye. Consistency, persistence, patience, the long game. And so gentle force is what really made me think of that. And I wonder if this is talking about like having patience in terms of your third eye opening and being able to see things more clearly. Having patience, it starts with aligning yourself spiritually, but then it's not something that you force. It's not something that you crank open. And if you did, maybe you'd be kind of like, I don't know, opening your eyes to some other type of energy that is actually not what you want to connect with. So it's all about, number one, just like connecting with the energy that is true and authentic to you. And then slowly over time, like the fluttering of a petal, you might not even notice it, your third eye begins to open. Let's read our message. If you want to go ahead and connect to your third eye and take this message in, that would be great. So, gentle force. Over time, a single drop of water has the power to shape even the hardest, most solid materials. Whoa, this kind of makes me think of, if you haven't looked into this, look into this, but like the idea of like calcification around your pineal gland, like almost like your third eye becoming encased in rock, which you could think of physically, but you could also think of this metaphorically or spiritually, like energetically as well. So I'm going to read that sentence again. Over time, a single drop of water has the power to shape even the hardest, most solid materials, from stone and rock to cliffs and mountains. In fact, water is responsible for crafting most of the stunning landscapes in this world. We can learn a lot from water in this regard, how consistent action, day after day, month after month, year after year, decade after decade, can create steady, lasting change. A hagstone is a stone with a naturally occurring hole through it caused by water erosion. I'm just loving this image, like this idea of a hagstone, a stone with a circle, and letting, like, almost like connecting to that as an image for your third eye. For the Celtic people, they were good omens and were thought to offer protection. So many people give up before they begin to see results. But deep-rooted change takes time. The most magnificent creations require committed crafting. We all have passions, but what most people don't do is commit to these things and master them. We're all beginners of something. The great masters, musicians, and artists of history were too. Commit to your passions. Throw yourself into what you most long to create. Oh, and I love that because the third eye is connected to imagination as well. Commit to showing up day after day. Small steps taken consistently make a world of difference. If you commit to your creations with grounded daily action, in a week or a decade from now, you'll be blown away by what you've created. There's no rush. Consistency is the key. Be like the drop of water in the hagstone. Play the long game. Don't burn out before you really begin. Be patient and keep showing up. Gorgeous. Okay, let's see what our next card is. So this is connected to your throat chakra. Cleansing. Release the old. Energetic tune-up. New beginnings. I love this because I think of, your throat and the vibrations of your throat as being that portal to speaking and opening up new beginnings. Think of like the magic words to open up a door. That sort of an energy. And this idea of cleansing out, I feel like we hold a lot of tension in our throats, and we hold a lot of when we've been made to be silent, or when we've been made to doubt ourselves, and so then we don't speak. There's a whole lot of baggage, I think. And I don't know if this is related, maybe like a body healer would be able to say, but we get a lot of tension too in our neck, right around that area. So let's read this message and go ahead and focus on your throat chakra. This is gorgeous. This almost looks to me too like the throat, if you were to kind of look at it inside. Okay. So you can connect to the image too if you'd like. So, cleansing. Water has been deeply associated with both physical and spiritual cleansing since ancient times. We use water to cleanse our day away as we bathe, and many of the world's faith traditions use water as a means of spiritual purification, from immersion in holy rivers to baptism and ritual baths. Pilgrims around the world journey to numerous sites for the healing and cleansing qualities of their waters. The water in the grounds of Japan's Hongo Tengen Taisha, a Shinto shrine, I might have said that wrong, at the foot of the sacred Mount Fuji, is seen as both deeply holy and self-purifying. Flowing from the melting snow at the volcano mountain summit, it forms washing pools that call people to them from near and far. You know what I'm just thinking of is using water to cleanse your throat. What if you imagine as you sip water that you are cleansing your throat chakra? I had to do it since I said it. Many people believe that these pools are very mystical and powerful. Local legend says that the depth of the pool waters magically changes according to the size of the person who enters them, adapting to the level of their submergence. While visiting the healing water sites of the world is an incredible thing to do, we don't need to travel to experience the healing and cleansing power of water for ourselves. You probably already use water in this way, though perhaps not consciously. As you shower or bathe, or as you wash your hands, consider the water. Call on it to support you by washing away what's coming to an end or is no longer in alignment, leaving space for what you'd like to birth anew. Gosh, that's so beautiful. So now we're moving to what I think is the very most important one, the heart chakra. And our healing message is, and we start to see the rose peeking through. I didn't plan that at all. But the moment we look at the heart chakra, there's the rose, there's that warmth peeking through. Planetary wave, soul mission. Trust the inner call, soul team. Whoa. It makes me think too, already with the third eye message, and the crown chakra message as well, but like thinking about this idea of like, you know, consistently working to open up your spiritual senses and your intuition, and how, you know, it's such a common question, like, how do I connect with my guides? I almost feel like this, talking about your soul team, which also could be people on earth now that I'm saying it out loud, like soulmate type people, but I was thinking of your spiritual team, like your guides, your angels, is that your connection, your thread of connection to them is love. It's through the heart. That's what connects you, you know? Okay, so planetary wave. Let's see what this says. Your soul chose to come into this body on this planet at this moment in time. You didn't come here on your own. You are part of a larger soul team. It is about people on earth. But once again, it's like connected with, it's following your heart that you find those people. Okay. Sometimes it can feel as if it's just you in this thing, all alone, but that couldn't be further from the truth. You're a droplet in a vast ocean of consciousness here to flow with life. You're being called to trust the current of your own river and to answer the call deep within. Take off the weight of responsibility that you need to travel in this life on your own. Call in the ones who get you. Realize that you're a part of a larger team. You are but one thread in the great tapestry of life. Your mission is clear. Keep doing what you're called to do. You'll never know the full impact that your being here on this planet will have and is already having. Keep trusting that call deep within. The more you embrace who you truly are, which it exists in your heart, who you truly are. Now I lost my spot. And surrender to and flow with the current you're being called to, the easier it will be for your people to find you. Like two rivers that meet. And remember that they're made of the same thing. You're not alone in your calling. Okay, I have to open my computer back up. It like went to the screen, whatever it is, the screensaver screen. So this is beautiful because once again, I feel like it's when you're on your heart path, that's when you're going to meet those people. But even if you feel like you're kind of off of your path, or you're not sure exactly where your path is or how to get back on that heart path, simply connecting to your heart for number one is beautiful. But if you're feeling alone and you're feeling isolated, knowing that you do have those soul connections, and you can astrally connect to these people, even if you haven't yet in your daily physical life. And you might be surprised in the ways that maybe you have. But just take that warmth of knowing it's not just, you know, that you're always connected to God. We know that. You're connected as well to your spiritual team. And also you have these soul connections here on earth who are also going through the struggles and the, you know, earthly experience as you are. Okay. So next up we have our solar plexus, and let's see what our message is for that. The sacred well, replenishment, self-care, giving from a place of plenty. Oh, I love this because when you think about your gut, I mean, we often think of the solar plexus as almost like powering through, almost like burning out sometimes in a way, but so much of your health and your well-being actually does exist within your gut and your stomach, you know what I mean? And you know when things are right or wrong, you feel it there. And this feels like that nourishment, that self-care of like what creates a healthy gut biome, if we were to look at this like in a physical way, but think of this also as an energetic way. Like it supports all levels of your being, even though it's something that maybe we forget about. So I love this in this image. She's holding on to her stomach here, and it's connected to the heart, right? So it's this space in between the solar plexus and the heart. All right, so let's see what our message is. If you want to think about your solar plexus chakra, just kind of on the upper part of your stomach. All right, the sacred well. Arthur is supposed to be going to sleep. If you can hear him through the video. The sacred well is a resting place, a recovery place, a healing place. It's somewhere for weary travelers to be replenished, a place where we can receive and resource in order to go back out into the world and give. As the adage says, we can only give to others what we've given to ourselves, or have ourselves been given. How full is your inner well? Are you giving from a place or overspilling plenty, or are you overextending and giving from parched land? Self-care has come to be regarded as somewhat frivolous, luxurious practice. However, self-care is much more fundamental than that. It's about resourcing ourselves in a rhythmic way. That doesn't necessarily need to involve splurging on an expensive spa break or vacation. It could simply be taking time out in nature with the sun on your back. It could be spending an extra 5 minutes each morning to slowly drink your cup of tea, or running a bath with essential oils when the children are asleep. Mine needs to be asleep right now. What is going on? This is making me think too about like your energy center, like what gives you energy. And it's how you care for yourself is what replenishes that well that then gives you that energy. And then helps with all other areas of your life, of course. So it's not selfish to do self-care. Okay, it says, if we're relying on our reserves to sustain us, eventually our inner well will run dry. And when we reach this place, it takes an awful lot to return to a state of balance. This makes me think of that like gut biome metaphor we were thinking about earlier as well. Do you feel guilty for putting yourself first? Do you question whether you should give yourself what you really truly yearn for? How can you reprioritize your energetic well-being? The sacred well is calling us to come home to it and frequent it in a rhythmic way. I love that. All right, so next up we have our solar plexus, and we have metamorphosis. Ooh, embrace transformation. Things are different now. So I really connect the sacral chakra with creativity and that transformation, that alchemy. And then thinking of this metamorphosis, it's like it feels like an even fuller message of transformation. It's also like self-transformation. And what's coming through to me already is this idea that like when you create, and you are practicing alchemy if you're creating, from an inspired place. Not only are you transforming whatever it is you're working on or creating, you're also transforming yourself. And the earth, the cosmos, this is a creative force that is playing out. So this metamorphosis is constantly happening as well. So aligning ourselves with that and embracing that change is really important too. So let's read our message, metamorphosis. Water, more than any other element, is used in change. Like lobsters, which must shed their shells in order to grow, when conditions call for it, water transforms itself from liquid to solid to gas. And while it may appear that way, why can't I read now? I'm so sorry. Don't click off the video because I can't read. And while it may appear that the way we humans change is a little more subtle and slow than that, as ever-changing beings living in an ever-changing world, we are constantly transforming too. Every moment of every single day is an opportunity to embrace or resist change. Oh, that's an interesting way to look at it. When we embrace change, we embrace the intelligence of life. When we resist change, we resist the intelligence of life. Often, it's in the growth phase that we feel most uncomfortable. When we've outgrown our skin, now I'm thinking of pregnancy. I don't know. That's like also something that comes to mind with the sacral chakra since I've been through it. But this sentence, I'm just like, oh my gosh. Often it's in the growth phase that we feel most uncomfortable, when we've outgrown our skin or our shell or our old way of being. It requires great courage to release what was for the chance to begin again. So yeah, take that metaphor if you, that's what came to mind if you relate to it. All right, this is what it means to transform. And it's what this card is all about. It's time to embrace what's changing around and within you and to see it as an opportunity for great transformation and growth. So what I'm taking from that is also like, it's going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel painful, you know? But gosh, that's beautiful. I almost see this sort of like, with this figure here, it almost feels like, I don't know if you can see this, almost like lines in the image coming in very softly, but it's sort of like, you know, the lines of the river converging. It feels like it's around there, the sacral chakra. All right, so lastly, our root chakra, it says, thank you. Oh my gosh, gratitude, appreciating what's sustaining you. How perfect is that for the root chakra? Appreciating like everything, all of the things around you that support you, that literally hold you up and support you, like the earth, that keep you alive, the food that you eat, you know what I mean? The water you drink, and just like having that gratitude all the time rather than fear, because survival can also put us in a state of fear. And like, let's be honest, we're all trying to survive always. Like that's what, you know, that's what our bodies are designed to do. So it's like we can either kind of be in a place of fear about it or in a place of gratitude. And we really can't control too much. So maybe there's a sort of humbling experience as well to move from fear into gratitude, because realizing like, you know, we can't actually plan for everything and control everything. So really we can just be grateful for what we have right now and what's brought us to this point right now. Okay, let's read the message. I just went past it. There it is. Water is life. Wherever there's water, there is life. It's the ultimate blessing. It's the thing that sustains us the most. Life isn't possible without it. And yet most of us take water for granted. In our busy modern world, it's easy to become disconnected from the truly sacred things that are supporting and sustaining us. To take the simple things and the people closest to us for granted, assuming they'll always be there. Sometimes it takes the threat of going without something for us to realize it's even there. To truly appreciate what we believe we could not go without. This card is an invitation to reflect on and appreciate those things that support and sustain us the most. From water to loved ones, what are you most grateful for? Who are you most appreciative of? How are you being called to offer thanks? How can you honor the things that hold you the most? I forgot to say to connect to your root chakra while listening to this, if that's been helpful throughout this reading. When we open our eyes to what's truly holding us, the way we look at our life changes. The more thanks we give, the more abundance we realize is there. The more we honor those who give to us, the more connected to life we feel. And offering thanks is a way of giving back too. When we acknowledge the support that we have in our lives already, we're more easily able to see the sacred that's woven through it all. Beautiful. I don't know about you, but I'm really excited for this rose card. So imagine that this is the warmth. This is the warmth beneath the surface. This is the spring ready to begin to spring forth in the dead of winter. This is the sun, you know, that we're celebrating with the winter solstice, which is around the same time we're celebrating the reemergence of. So let's see what we get. Codes of the seeds. Ooh, the blueprint is within you. Take the next step. So yeah, hey, connecting to that idea of spring, that was a good choice, I think, here, because we're connecting to that potential energy, the seeds that are beneath the frozen ground. Even though this seems so harsh conditions, you know, solid ice, difficult to get through, those little seeds, which might not seem like they could, pack so much power. They pack within them. They contain the warmth that's going to, you know, melt the snow. They contain that sunlight that it got from its mother plant. You call them mother plants. It contains that within it, but it contains that tremendous power also to spring forth through the ground. Let's read our rose message. And this will be our last message for the reading. It's nice really connecting to the actual like messages in the oracle right now, in the oracle deck. These decks work so well together as well. Codes. Wait, there it is. Codes of the seeds. Seeds come in knowing exactly what to do. Within them, they hold the potential of the entire forests and rose gardens. Seeds have within them an intelligent timing that's connected with the intelligence of the cosmos. We're all seeds, future forests and gardens waiting to be born. We each hold the codes of a new humanity within us. Change is our natural state. Hey, that goes back to that previous message as well. Seeds must be buried in the darkness before they can bloom into the light. Seeds can't even begin to bloom without embracing the fertile void of the winter soil. They can't flower without the outgrowing constraints of the bud. They can't bear fruit without releasing their beauty to the earth and letting go of the very thing about them that captivated others. Oh, this is so beautiful. This card delivers the message that within you, you have all you need to create what you're destined to create, to move through everything that life delivers, and to navigate your way through any terrain. The blueprint has always been seated within. Trust that you have within you the codes for the most glorious rose garden waiting to bud and bloom. Trust those codes. Remember that blueprint. All you need to do now is take the next step, and tomorrow take the next. If you continue taking baby steps each day, on a day not too far from today, you'll look back and discover the most breathtaking garden of roses all around you. And then fruit will follow. Today, just take the next step, and you know what to do. The blueprint is encoded within you. Ah, that's such a gorgeous place to leave off this reading, and lead on into the rest of your day. Thank you all so much for being here. Happy full moon. Be sure to check out this spread on Ko-fi. It's in my Ko-fi shop. It'll be linked in the description. If you would like this for yourself, you can order it on there. And I hope that you have a wonderful full moon. I hope that you've been having happy holidays if you've been celebrating. And thank you so much for being here. I will see you again soon. Oh, and like and subscribe, please. All right. Thank you so much. Bye.